Can you turn the light off on your way over? Hey, doll, hit the lights. Welcome back to another hard-hitting episode of Let's Play 30 Years of Mario. This is Paper Mario. I'm Kyle. This is Keith.
Hi, I'm Keith, the new host.
This room has a lot of echo in it.
That'll be fine. Just don't talk so much.
Are we gonna...
Just don't talk so much.
I can't. I guess we should watch this.
Oh,
some kind of
so
setup
far?
or something. We're recording at Keith's apartment.
It's true.
And fun fact, first time Keith has lived at like 6 different apartments since he moved out of his mom's house, and this is the first time I've been to any of them.
Now, Kyle, to be fair, when you say that, it makes you sound like a really, really uncaring family member that like doesn't feel like you have to be a part of my life. But the important thing to note is that
No, you got it. It was perfect.
Hold on, let me start over so that you don't trample on my joke that I was gonna make.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. When you say that you haven't been to any of the 6 places that I've lived since I moved out of my parents' house, it makes you sound like a really uncaring cousin that doesn't feel like he has to be a part of my life at all. But what they don't know is that I moved to 6 places in like only 2 years, so you're only kind of an uncaring cousin that only sort of doesn't feel like he has to be a part of my life at all.
Yep. Nailed it. God, it's really echoey in here. I hope this doesn't sound bad.
No, I have basically the dopest
we're gonna
noise
have
removal software that you could possibly do. So,
we might have to hang up some blankets in here. I don't know.
That's also would be fine.
All right, so this is Paper Mario. It is a turn-based RPG. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's probably anything like Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo, but it is sort of a sequel in that it's the second game ever to be a turn-based Mario game.
Right. Golf.
A turn-based RPG Mario game.
Hey, golf.
Golf. A turn-based RPG Mario game where you fight things and hurt them and don't play any sports.
Ooh.
Gotcha,
okay, yeah, you
gotcha
me.
There, fucker.
Yeah. Although I would argue that you don't play any sports in golf. Boom.
Oh!
Suck at golf. Never. I'm kidding. I think it's a sport.
All right. So here let's we'll just get in here.
Did we like the other one? We didn't, right? Or we thought it was weird.
Hey, look who we've got. Tom, Corey, Kevin, and Billy.
Who are we today?
Now, fun fact, this isn't just like a used cart. That, I'm pretty sure, is Nicole's ex-husband, and that is Nicole's ex-husband's best friend.
Well, who's Tom and Billy?
Tom could be Kevin's brother. No fucking idea who Billy is. That's why he's getting the boot.
Sorry, Billy.
Not that anyone here would ever give a shit. You know what? No, I'm doing Tom because I want file number 1. Because I'm number 1.
Now, if you were, I think most people would have gone and just deleted the ex-husband.
Well, I mean, you know.
I think there are.
We're trying to stay on good terms.
I know, I can tell.
You know, because like he's nice to me right now, but what if he found out that I erased his late game Paper Mario save? He might go ape shit.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't tell him. Unless I needed to fucking hold something against you.
First play.
Would you like to have a first play?
I've barely played this game. I played it on Virtual Console a little bit.
I actually have played a little bit of this game. I had this game. I owned it.
The thing for me was, I remember we're like firmly now into the era of video games where like I was alive and aware and playing games and playing new games.
Yes.
And I definitely remember this game being advertised. I'm going to read this while I talk.
Okay.
So viewers, I'm just going to assume that they can keep up.
Yeah. If you can't pause the video.
The problem was...
And then close it because we don't want you there.
The problem for me with Paper Mario, the marketing campaign, is that all I can remember is it not communicating it to me at all what the game was. They were just like, Paper Mario, it's Mario, he's Paper Mario, you should buy it. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What is this game?
He's paper. It's less words.
It's less words. He's Paper Mario. I know, like, my friend got it, and I was like, hey, is it good? What is it? I don't know. Like, I think this was still in the era. This was probably, like, the very last RPG that I encountered before I had a firm grasp of what RPGs were. So it was still just that... I probably saw it once and went, like, you talk to people and you gotta pick a hammer from a menu to hit somebody? What is this?
God,
this isn't anything.
What was my first RPG?
Pokemon.
What was my first RPG before? Well, you had played
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Exactly. Like, Pokemon was also my first RPG, but it didn't... Like, that didn't translate into me
Nobody
understanding.
told you, oh, it's Mario, but like Pokemon, and also they're all made of paper.
Exactly. I never get used to this place. It's actually mostly because he's never invited.
I like that it kind of looks like how it looks in 64, in Mario 64.
Does it?
It's
got clouds in the ceiling.
It's got the doors in the corner.
Oh, I'm in it now.
Yeah, you're in it. See, look, it's got the staircase. It's got the things to the side. Look, it's the same. It's the same building.
I can jump. It's great. The thing about Paper Mario, I think, is like the presentation is great for the N64. Mm-hmm. Like, it's one of the better looking N64 games, but still, like, it doesn't convey paper to me. Like, it's clear Mario is two-dimensional, but I don't get, like, a paper feel. He just looks like a 2D cartoon.
If anything, it's cardboard Mario. But that's what they mean, right? Like, they didn't put any time into, like, hey, let's make everything in the world look like paper. It was just like, let's make all the characters flat. Look at that cool mouse with the glasses on.
Oh, dude, that's fucking, what's his face? Mouser.
No.
Wait.
Oh, okay, that's
Nomada
Mouse?
Mouse? Okay. Oh, yeah, Mouser's totally different. Anyways.
That guy's cool. He's got, like, a fucking bandit mask.
Man, I'm fucking slow, though.
Yeah. What if every time you jumped, I made the Mario 64 jumping noises? Yeah. Ah.
Dude, they fucking did that to Mario Advance. Like, that's what happens when you jump in, like, the Game Boy Advance version of, like, Super Mario World.
Just laid over the...
It's infuriating. And they did that for the Ocarina of Time sound effects in the Game Boy Advance version of Link to the Past. So anytime you swing your sword in Link to the Past, he goes like, ha, ha, ha! It's just the worst. Especially because you swing your sword so much faster and more frequently in Link to the Past. So it's just like,
oh, that does sound bad.
Though I definitely think all the Paper Mario characters are like definitely some of the better incarnations of all these characters.
I agree. This is a very good looking game.
It somehow feels like some kind of platonic ideal of Mario.
I just want to get past this fucking Gatsby shit.
Like, let's lounge about and have some tea.
Let's talk about how exhausted we are by seeing guests at our party. Did she not know that was down there?
Oh, man.
Are we to presume she did not know that her castle was just the tip of the...
Bowser's that good. But see, this stuff is not paper at all.
No.
It doesn't look
the environments are not paper.
It doesn't look like paper. It doesn't
act like paper.
It's not even really, like, cell shaded to make it look flat. It's just like, this is an N64 castle. Check it out.
Yeah, only the character models are doing that. And probably, I bet, some trees and stuff. And that foreground stuff, those plants, that doesn't even look like painted, right? Like, more of this stuff should look like...
that stuff does look like 2D stuff to me.
I mean, it looks 2D, but it doesn't look like...
I think that's...
more of this stuff should look like Yoshi's World.
Yoshi's Island?
Yes, sure. Yoshi's Island, yes. Or Yoshi's World. Either one would have worked. Kyle, you ass.
Yoshi's World?
Yes.
It's not a game.
Yoshi's... What is the...
Yoshi's Woolly World, but that's all yarn.
No, what's the one for the N64? Where you can't die?
Yoshi's Story.
Eat the fruit? Oh, Yoshi's Story is what I meant.
Well, that's not what you said.
I know it's not what I said. It's what I meant. Jeez. Kyle, you're a guest in my home. I did this for you.
And this is why I don't come here.
I'm like, you're a guest in my home, Kyle. I will have respect. I bought you a fucking taco.
That was I've had better tacos.
But the burrito is fucking dope.
Yeah, but I paid for that myself.
Right, but you didn't know that place existed.
No, I did not. That's it was delightful.
At some point, that's probably the best closest burrito that there is to your house.
Here we go. By the way, how weird is it that Mario characters are talking? Like full sentences and stuff.
They did that in 64 sometimes. Well, I mean, like...
I guess Peach did, yeah.
And
right.
Bowser.
Oh, yeah.
Mario's the only one that refuses to do anything.
By the way, it wasn't until I saw footage of this game yesterday of Mario attacking by jumping on people's heads that I went like, oh, yeah, why the fuck in Mario RPG was Mario punching people? That's not what Mario does.
Yeah.
Mario jumps on people.
You can still do the double jump to get double damage, right?
I think so. I'm trying to hit A to time it, but...
Because this is the Mario RPG that I'm familiar with.
Gotcha.
Oh no.
That's a really good looking Bowser sprite.
Bowser used a magic toy.
Uh-oh.
Watch out, Mario. Now he's doing 3 damage. You know, the master villain of the Mario universe.
I think we talked about this before, but I love how low the stakes are in terms of numbers in Mario RPGs.
You're looking tuckered out, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Can you heal? Oh, is this one of those you lose the fight? You gotta lose?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. By the way,
right
we're recording this out of order. I don't know if it's going to be released out of order, but it is worth mentioning this is the last Mario game on N64.
Yes.
That is some N64 fire.
Holy shit.
Right there.
So, Kyle, how was your, how have you been?
How have I been?
Yeah, how are the last couple of weeks been? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Not great.
No?
I mean, they're okay. They're
Yeah?
not super.
Yeah, nothing to report. You didn't see any movies. You didn't.
Actually, no. They've been pretty terrible. Actually, I take it back. Really, really bad.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
That's how bad it is. I don't want to talk about it. So yeah.
Did you not see any movies?
Did I see any movies?
Watch any new
No,
TV?
but you know what I have started watching? The Goldbergs.
The Goldbergs. What
Yes.
is that?
It is a show on ABC. It is a sitcom about a family in the 80s.
Wow, a situational comedy about
A
a family.
situational comedy, yes. I had seen
In the 80s?
I had seen commercials for it for years, and the commercials all made the show look really bad. So I was like, oh, fuck that dumb show. I'm never going to watch that. And then all of a sudden, this most recent season, the 4th season, for whatever reason, the commercials started making the show look good. So I was like, maybe I will watch it. And it turns out the show was always great. It was just the commercials that were fucking it up.
What is it about? I've never even heard of this. Not once have I even heard of this show, Kyle. You're bringing something totally new to my attention.
Oh, we've just now reached the prologue.
Nice.
I don't know what that was. That was the pre-prologue.
That was the forward.
Did it actually say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
But before the prologue is the forward.
Now this suddenly
And it was actually...
This is suddenly exactly Yoshi's Island, by the way.
The forward, by the way, was designed and developed by another studio.
Oh, that makes sense. You know what? All these star assholes, these are all in Mario Party 5.
Oh, okay.
And I thought they were invented for Mario Party 5, but now I realize they were here, I guess. Yeah. And these guys might even be from the Super Nintendo game?
I thought that they were... aren't some of these in Galaxy, too? Aren't those in...
No, those are a totally different thing.
A totally different type of star people?
Yeah, exactly. They literally are. Those are Lumas.
That's
Mario
super
Galaxy.
weird of Nintendo to, like, do a thing that's sort of like a thing they've already done, but not just take it directly.
Yes.
Because they usually just, like... hey, we had something sort of like that 20 years ago. Let's borrow that. Let's just use that again.
I think it's because these guys are lame.
You don't like
the
mustache one?
Got fucking Sleepy over here.
Yeah, but look
front
at that
right.
fucking blue kid in the back.
Oh man,
That's a dope kid.
yeah, he's
That's
an
a kid
uppity
start a food
sailor.
fight. You know that kind of kid.
The kind of kid that'll start a food fight.
Yeah, he's the cool kid, but he's not cool like he's mean. He's just cool like he's so cool.
Like it's not. He's not doing it to be a jerk. He sees the opening. He realizes this is the moment. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to yell food fight.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to throw some spaghetti because that's a food that gets served at lunch rooms in schools.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, the nerd dropped mashed potato on the bully's shoes and the bully shoved pie in his shirt. I have to do something. Food fight.
I would like to hear comments from people watching this if anyone has actually witnessed like a big food fight like you always see in movies, because I've never seen anything close to that.
Me neither. I've barely even seen people throw a snack.
This game, this Paper Mario, it breaks ground because right here you have Mario meeting non-villainous Goombas. He's like friends with these Goombas. This is a female Goomba.
You can tell because of the bow.
Yeah. Goompa. Got it. See that?
Yes. The father Goomba is a Goompa.
Goompa. Nailed it.
Which would make the mother Goomba a Goomba.
Yeah. Eld Star. Right, yeah. By the way, this game was made by Intelligent Systems, which is a name that I know, but I don't know anything more than that.
Who was it that made the Mario learning games?
Oh, shit. It was like,
Because it's very much like Intelligent Systems.
No, but it was like so much worse than that.
I can look it up. What was the name of one of those games? Mario's Missing?
Mario's early years.
But also Mario's Missing, right?
I think so, yeah.
The software tool works.
The software tool works, yes. Which, the name isn't really the funny part. The funny part is that their logo is a horse and buggy.
I don't know. I think the name is kind of funny. The name makes me sound like the thing that they do is like, I don't know. They have like a piece of freeware that monitors your CPU temperature.
Oh, Goomba Village is just west of Toad Town. Toad, get the fuck out of here.
Toad, go away.
This game's making me yawn.
Ugh, Toad. Fuck this Toad guy. Right?
Right?
Get out of here, Toad.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out. What's that girl from Space Jam say? Oh, be gone.
You shouldn't
Be
even
gone,
be here. Wannabe?
Yeah.
Be gone. Wannabe? Be gone.
I want a Mario game where
You ain't Charles Barkley. You're just some guy who looks like him. You're just some wannabe who looks like him.
I want a Mario game where everybody's just getting wanting Toad to leave.
You know what? It was those parts of Space Jam that I recently saw that made me think, like, you know what? There is something here. Like, it is
something there.
really funny to see Charles Barkley, like, just really sad.
Really down on himself.
And you see him in a church and he's like praying to God and he's like saying all the things he'll never do. Like, you know, it's like, I'll go to church every Sunday. I'll always go to confession. Like, I'll do this. And there's a pause. He goes like, I'll never get another technical. I thought that was pretty funny.
And that's when you see him down like that, like with no ability to play basketball, and then knowing that he'll end up destroying the world with basketball.
Oh, are you talking about the, shit. What is it called?
You can get there.
Oh, I can't. Oh, the Chaos Dunk?
Chaos
Are you
Dunk.
talking about the Chaos Dunk?
I'm talking about the Chaos Dunk.
What a... Man. I haven't played Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden enough to actually say if it's like a good game where the humor holds up, but
it's fine.
That initial premise is gold.
There's some really good jokes in there, and then I think about half of it is really good and totally holds up, and then half of it is like is this a little weird? This is a little bit not okay.
Or like, you mean like maybe kind of racist in some spots?
Yeah, kind of racist. But there's some stuff in there that's hilarious. Like Michael Jordan quitting basketball to become a guy that rats out and kills former basketball players. Like that's hilarious. That's really funny.
Oh, here we go. Boop.
What are we doing?
Bowser came and fucked our shit up. We fell out of the castle, and we landed, and we woke up in Goomba Town, and a mustachioed star said, "Hey, come see us on the summit," or something.
No, Kyle. What are we doing?
Dude, I don't know.
That Goomba has a mustache. Oh, is that Goompa?
Yeah, that could be Goompa. These I don't know what the lineage is between like Paper Mario and like the Paper Mario sequels, and then there's like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and like all those RPGs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what the lineage is between all of them, but a lot of them have a good reputation for being really funny. That might be more the Mario and Luigi games.
Is Bowser's Inside Story, is that a Paper Mario game?
That's a Mario and Luigi game.
But they're paper.
No.
No?
No. That's a regular 2D game. I think all those games are 2D.
Okay. So you're saying those are the ones that maybe have the reputation for being funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this so far is not. I like how the dwarf like collapses.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's you're right, Goomba.
Yeah, Goomba.
I'm a Goomba grandmother. So that's where I got the name. Ho 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 ho. The thing you have to
spell that out for us.
The thing you have to understand about Goomba culture is they never get tired of Goomba-based puns.
They're Smurfs.
Oh yeah.
They're Smurfs. It's Smurf stuff.
But you know,
you like Goombas? That's Smurf stuff.
But does like learning that they can think and feel and have a whole complex culture like change how you feel about just stomping on all of them?
It's a culture. Is it a complex culture? They call the Goomba grandmothers Goombas.
You're right. It's a simple culture.
It's a simple culture.
Call me Goompa. Guys, like if you slow down to explain your puns to me, like come on. Oh, he's fixing the veranda.
I can't believe that this game takes the time to spell out all the puns, but like Mario 64 doesn't even stop to tell you like how to play the game. I mean, they tell you what buttons do what, but
Yeah,
they don't
you're
tell
right.
you like what any of their clues mean to accomplish the goals that they set for.
This is my memory of Paper Mario, is it being like an obnoxiously slow start for like a Mario RPG.
You can't go in there. He's got to fix the gate.
No, he
did
fixed
fix
now,
the gate.
yeah.
Okay. Did they just wanted you to talk to more of the Goombas?
Yeah, I just needed to talk to Goompa.
No, not here. Down in the
They're
Goomba village.
innocent Goombas!
They know nothing of your evil ways.
You have no quarrel with them. I forgot I forgot Bowser's a king.
But like, what is he a king of, right?
Right?
Does he have any territory? Does he have? I mean, he has vassals.
He's got an army, clearly.
He has an army, but like, what is a king? Like a king with an army but no land.
Cammy
What even is
Koopa.
that? That's just a general, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Please, call me Bowser. King Koopa was my father.
Do you think that Bowser has his own region, or do you think that he's a separatist from Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah, I think he's a separatist.
And he calls himself the king of Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
But really, it's Princess Peach is in charge, and
right.
he's just staging a really long coup.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a really long coup. Oh, he's upset because they destroyed the gate that he just fixed. That's a bummer.
All right, guys.
What do they call him? If the old one is Goomba, is it just Goomba?
No, that's Murray.
It's Murray?
Yeah, Murray the Goomba. Ugh. All right, here we go.
Oh my god. This is really slow.
I know.
The entire start of this game is predicated on the fact that you'd be interested in just...
What? Oh, okay. That's funny. At first, I just thought it was like an N64 glitch.
I also did. That is funny. That was funny.
Yep.
I was just about to complain about the game, but I take it back. Paper. There we go. There's
Good.
Paper shit.
Nailed it. Well, okay, well, that was weird.
Okay, yeah, that was weak. Getting back up was not... If he had to pick himself up by his head and shake himself out, that would have been fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? A fucking
I
Looney
get
Tunes
that.
thing?
Yeah. Ooh. What if the Mario characters had to play basketball with Michael Jordan?
That would be also boring. You okay? You're doing a neck thing. Kyle's doing a neck thing. I can't explain it, but not because it's hard to explain, but because it's
stretching it out.
That guy looks sad.
All right. Ooh,
look at him walk. That's cool.
What's this?
Look how he shimmies.
Yeah.
Ground pound that shit?
No, it doesn't look like I have a ground pound ability.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to be searching the bushes, Kyle.
Look how fast it saves. Cartridge, y'all. Ooh, coins.
Can I just say that cartridge is obviously the superior technology?
I mean, why do you think the NX is going to use them?
Because Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing.
No, I think it's a good idea.
You do?
It's a portable system. What are you going to do? What do you? Oh, you want UMDs?
I
bet they could license UMD from Sony.
You're right. I keep forgetting that it's portable.
Whoops.
What do you think? Do you think they're going to support the Wii U through the part of the NX?
No, I don't. If anything, I will not be shocked if they just start porting all the Wii U games they made to NX, like Mario Kart 8 NX version. I think they're just gonna start doing that.
Here's what Nintendo needs to do, and I said this last generation too. They need to just do a full reset where they make the sort of system that they clearly don't want to make, but they need something to get anyone else to develop anything else for it.
No, see, I think I'm not sure that is true. I think what they needed to do for a long time, even though I didn't really want them to, was just stop making home consoles, which in a sense is what they're doing. Or really they're combining their two their two streams.
But you don't think they need to make something that anybody else will fucking do anything for?
No, I don't think.
Then they can go back to their real once they get everybody.
No, I
see hey, look, we can make a system that's comparable to other systems, not a generation behind, and not involved in some weird fucking gimmick.
I think if they can figure out a way to profitably make their own systems, make their own games for that system, and not have to rely on anybody else making games for their system to make a profit on it, they should do that because that's probably the safest bet. And then maybe if it's really popular and third parties want to make games for it, great.
But is there a way to only make your own games and then like a handful of other things for kids.
I mean, like, hasn't Nintendo been doing that for years?
Yes. I mean, sorry, and be profitable.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Aren't they way less profitable than they were when like EA and Activision and other people were making games for them?
Well, I think they're way less profitable than they were during the Wii generation, just because the Wii was crazy popular, and
right.
so was the DS. In a sense, the DS, from a certain perspective, was actually more successful than the Wii, just because it actually had like lasting appeal.
Right, but that's different because it's a portable console, so there's portable games developers that are like, it's a different culture than people making. Like,
I mean, I think what it comes down to is
because it's essentially the only portable system, right? So there's no real
Yeah.
competition there.
Yeah, well, there's phones.
What's that?
There's phones.
Right. Okay.
But
phones are competition, but they're also a separate thing. But
Yeah,
you're right.
exactly.
There are phones.
That if you look at Nintendo's handhelds and Nintendo's consoles, they have never not been first place in the handheld market.
Right.
And they haven't been first place in the console market since the NES. So, like, they're clearly doing better in one space than the other, and it makes perfect sense to, like, back away from that space.
For a long time, Sega was doing better than that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a thing that you told me that, like, it looked like Sega was going to win the console war, and then they fucking lost their whole minds with the Saturn and the Dreamcast?
Yeah, I mean, I think the narrative now is that, like, Super Nintendo won because I think people just remember the games more fondly and they like the games more.
Right, yeah.
And just because Nintendo's still around making systems and Sega isn't.
Right.
So
when a Zelda comes out, you can go like, oh, remember Zelda for my NES? Nobody's like, oh, man, remember Sonic? No one's playing the new Sonic game, so there's no one that can, like, say, hey, remember when we played Sonic 3 on the Genesis? Right, like the fact that the Nintendo games are still coming out and people are still playing them helps with the nostalgia, because there's nothing about Sega that's giving people a chance to remember Sega.
Exactly. Keith, history's written by the victor. I don't know if you knew that. I heard that from a Call of Duty game.
Who's Victor? And why do they give him so much power?
He's a guy from Russia. He's a terrorist in Call of Duty. But yeah, in getting that new perspective on the 16-bit era of like, no, like Sega was actually ahead for a while and they just barely narrowly kind of ended up doing worse than Nintendo, just because at the very end of the generation, Nintendo had like Donkey Kong Country, which was an insane hit, and like Sega kind of like petered out by the end.
Right.
And then, like, looking back, I was like, oh, yeah, like, everyone I knew had a Sega, and, like, almost no one had a Super Nintendo. Like, I just lived in one of those weird pockets where everyone had a Genesis.
How do you think,
let's try this. Go on now.
No.
Let's save it.
How do you think PR for games would be different if when Sega went, here's what the Sega Saturn is, and it's out right now. Like, if that had worked,
well,
do you think these would be like wildly different?
I think, well, there were all kinds of weird factors. So, like, I don't think you can necessarily believe every single thing that you read in Console Wars, because there's definitely like a lot of like,
which I have not read, so.
Authorial voice kind of added in. It's like definitely like on Sega's side in a way, because that's just like the framing of the story.
Right.
But what was interesting was they talked about how it almost kind of sounded like Japan, like Sega of Japan got like bitter about the fact that Sega of America had all their success, because Sega of America, like in America, Genesis was a huge hit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in Japan, like, kind of at all. So they were sort of like the you know, like the stepchild or whatever of Sega. Mm-hmm. And it sounded like maybe just by the end, it was like people in Sega of Japan were just like making their own choices about things just to do it, you know, just to kind of be like, no, this is what I want to do. Like, supposedly, the company that ultimately ended up making the like graphical component or something for the N64, like they came to Sega first, but for some reason Sega of Japan like denied them and was like, no, we're gonna do this other thing, and that ended up being the Saturn, and that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to use jump for aerial, guys.
Well, because the thing about the Saturn was that they just they had 2D chips in it.
Yeah.
And then when they heard about 3D, when someone told them about 3D, and they were like, hey, no,
Well,
we're all doing 3D now. And they said, well, double the chips.
Well, the interesting part is that was always kind of the narrative for a long time, was that I think the sort of accepted narrative was like, oh, Sega just, like, they went this way with their console and they didn't realize where games were going, and they kind of like got caught with their pants down or something. But there was like a lot of research done and a lot of people talked to for Console Wars, and the way it kind of tells the story is more almost like they had plenty of chances to do the Saturn right, and just for some reason the people at Sega in charge of making the next console just decided to do what they did with the Saturn, and it ended up
not working
the way it ended up.
It was
also like
I will say that you were the one that told me that original story.
Yeah, exactly.
You're now debunking for me.
And it was a lot of stuff where like
it reminds me of of Gunpei Yokoi saying
Gunpei
we have to wait for the other color LEDs, and then Nintendo saying no, we don't want to for the Virtual Boy, where it was like 2 or 3 months they would have had to wait to get white, red, and blue or something like that.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that it was like a matter of months.
I think it was like a year or two.
No, I think it was months. Someone in the comments can correct me on that. And one person, if you think you have the answer, check to see, because I'm going to read them all.
But the thing that with Sega was that they
2 people corrected me. I swear to God.
Like, Sega of America started to have less and less autonomy all the time.
Oh, Gavin needs to open the door. Hold on.
Oh, okay. We're waiting for Keith. I'm just going to read this because who cares? I also exercise every day so I can be strong like you. Oh, yeah, this is the guy who, like, it's the little Goomba boy who wants to be just like Mario. I love the idea of Goomba muscles. I wonder what those look like. Oh, Goombario. Yep. Okay. Goombaria, sure. Yep, playing N64 Mario game, talking about Sega. That's how we do. You know that's how we do.
Wait, is that not what we're supposed to be doing?
Who cares? So this little boy, I forgot, that's Goombario, and he idolizes Mario and wants to be just like him. We're just rapping with Mario.
Look at that, Goomba, skeptical of rapping.
Seems like some kind of equipment.
Why is it called a badge?
You know, because
why are the spike shoes called a badge?
Because, well, it's a spike shoe badge. It is a badge. Like, he could pin it to his overalls. It gives him magic powers.
Oh, it's not. They're not new shoes. It's not a type of shoe called a badge.
No, I don't think so.
I hope you get a soap badge. Do some sweet grinding tricks off these Koopas.
I probably shouldn't have done this. I can definitely figure this out on my own. Oh, okay. Flower points. I want to keep talking about Sega.
Oh, we're not done with Sega talk?
No, we're definitely not.
Is there some Nintendo talk we could do?
I just don't know as much about Nintendo. Nintendo's always been so closely guarded. It's like...
It's hard to know.
You know, people kind of know the broad strokes of their history, but by and large, it's kind of still a mystery. Which is why it's really a shame that Gunpei Yokoi was taken before his time. Because it would have been great...
Was he hit by a car?
He was hit by a car while riding his bike, yeah.
Wow.
It would have been great to see if he would eventually like come out and tell like the story of like what happened with the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
And him leaving Nintendo and all that stuff.
Being promoted out of a job.
Yeah, I think something like that. You know, he
That
got
happens
like
a lot.
an
I don't know if that's...
iceberg promotion or whatever.
What promotion?
I think I heard this from Andy. They called it like an iceberg promotion or something, like the idea of just sort of like putting somebody in a new position and just pushing them away and like letting them drift off.
Yeah. Iceberg promotion. I've never heard that before. And Andy's not someone to tell tales out of school, so.
You don't think Andy might be suspects? You don't think we should double check shit that Andy's saying?
Do not double check it. I'm sure
definitely
that's
true.
And in checking it, we'd find out, it's true, and then we'd feel like jerks.
God, there's so much talking in this game.
There's so much talking. Can we do the game, please, of this, please?
What?
Oh, that's cool. Look at that watercolor.
Yeah, I'll never be interested. Don't worry. Head bonk.
Or he could tell you about an enemy's stats, I think is what it said.
Oh, come on. I'm going crazy.
This has been a 5-minute conversation. Yes, Kyle, before you go, do another thing real quick.
Can I get the fuck out of here, please?
Do you like doing the actual game part of this?
So far it's pretty boring. But I'm kind of giving it the benefit of the doubt, like Mario RPGs kind of intentionally start really simplistically, and hopefully it'll kind of get more interesting.
Yeah, because we are playing this whole game.
No, we're fucking not playing this whole game. Yeah, we should just call this part 1 and be like, see you next time. And then anybody who doesn't get that it's a joke, it's their own fault. You've grown into a strong boy.
Oh man, I think if we did that, people would start leaving videos on our other series being like, "Play with Paper Mario."
Oh god. What?
Still our least favorite thing, guys. By the way. Whoa, are there evil Goombas and good Goombas?
Yep.
Goombads.
Tattle. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to time all these hits, but I don't think you can. I don't know.
You can't what?
I don't think there's any timing.
Let me try one.
Unless I'm doing the wrong button. I don't know. Maybe there's a control thing I can look up somewhere. Yep. Get out of here.
What does Goombario think of we're just going around and murdering others of his species?
Is this the whole game map? All right.
That's not small.
There's more to it. I guess not.
I think each section is an area. It's not like a...
Yeah.
Do we not have power jump engaged?
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't turn it on. There we go.
I like that. I like the first strike mechanic. Watch out, you only got 5 power points.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just see what it does, just for funsies.
It gives you an after image, so that's cool.
Yeah. And then this is just a free ability? Okay, alright. So the thing with Sega, Keith...
What's up?
Is that after... I forget exactly, I forget exactly how it all goes, but I know what started to happen with Sega in the Saturn and Dreamcast eras.
Yeah.
Was that Sega of America started having less and less autonomy, especially when it came to which games to promote over others and stuff.
And you're saying less and less autonomy, and potentially because Sega of Japan was jealous?
I mean, I think...
Or at least frustrated with their success?
There's definitely that going on somewhere in Sega of Japan at some point. I
You're
couldn't
not
tell
sure.
you exactly why it
Well, 'cause
why it was that Sega of America started to be allowed to make its own decisions less and less. Like,
Well,
I think,
I can imagine that like when someone is having a lot of success and then their boss keeps giving them more and more rules and less ability to make their own decisions, and then Sega starts doing worse. That sounds like jealousy.
yeah, Keith, when the pitcher's on a hot streak, you don't talk to the pitcher.
You know what?
You don't talk to the pitcher. You leave him alone.
You leave him alone.
You let him do his thing.
Yeah. Except recently. Did you hear about that?
No?
Did you hear about that sports thing?
Oh, the sports thing
Yeah.
that happened on that one ball team.
Yeah. I don't remember what team or who it was, but recently there was like a pitcher who was having a perfect game, and then 7 innings in, they took him out.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were just making stuff up because
No, I did
the
know
idea
something.
of you ever knowing something that happened recently in sports is funny.
Yeah. I think I accidentally hit Twitter Moments.
That is weird.
You know when you accidentally click on Twitter Moments? It was apparently he had recently had like shoulder problems, and the coach didn't want to take him out, but he was like, well, I have to take him out. He's thrown so many pitches, and he was just like out because of shoulder problems. I don't want to make the shoulder problems worse and ruin his
Okay.
career. But it was
Sure.
basically like...
All right, I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but apparently it was like a historic... It was
Gotcha.
an historic event, Kyle.
Oh, an historic event.
An historic event.
Got it.
An historic. And that's my yearly sports thing that I
Yeah,
know.
great. So, if you look at Sega, remember, we'd be like, man, I can't believe Choo Choo Rocket is a thing that Sega made and then brought to America and then put on television and told people to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like, all that stuff is mostly pretty cool, but it's also kind of why Sega went out of business. You know, like, they had Nights into Dreams, and you had this guy who had taken over Sega of America that was from Japan going like, no, this is huge in Japan. This will be a huge seller. Like, we should push Nights into Dreams. And like all the Americans around him being like, no, trust me. Like, this isn't going to sell in America. Like, this is not the thing to push as our big game. And like then not listening and doing it anyway.
Oof. That's a bummer, Kyle.
Yeah.
Always a bummer.
Sure is. Look at that business. Hey,
Do we
Keith,
like this
how
yet?
do you like your Goomba? Original or extra crispy?
Spicy, though.
Or did you ask if we're liking this?
Yeah, are we liking this?
There's...
I'm not liking this.
Yeah, I'm not liking it. It's not...
I
there's-
like this red and blue Goomba.
There's nothing bad happening. It's just there's really...
It's just boring and
It's
slow.
boring, yeah.
I guess now, you know what? I was saying like, oh, it's boring and slow, nothing's happening. But we've been doing the game part now for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing what the game is.
Which I don't think it's unfair to say, like, we were probably having more fun with the game part of the last Mario RPG that we did.
I think that's true. I think we were. And who knows? Maybe this game like explodes with a ton of interesting mechanics. But
I don't know. I don't really hear many people like sing this game's praises. What I do hear is people singing the praises of the sequel, Thousand Year Door. People swear that game's great.
okay. I like the Goomba signature attack is what's called a head bonk.
Yeah. What would be really funny is if, like, the way they attacked you was just, like, them slowly inching up and then just touching you, like they do in regular Mario games. Or that's, like, their ultimate attack.
You should use a stomp, a mad stomp.
Power jump?
Yeah.
You don't think this blue guy's, like, maybe almost dead?
Try it on the red guy.
All right.
These are like boss characters though.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can do Tattle on the blue.
Yeah. The two notorious Goomba brothers.
Just get 6 HP,
6
1
HP.
attack power, and 0 defense power. He's the weaker of the two. Okay, so it sounds like he's that the other one is stronger even.
Now, how am
He's got only 2 left.
How am I healing? Okay, I got one of these guys. Oh, okay. So I was wondering, like, where the hell did that life bar come from? But I guess it's because we did tattle that it stays there. That's a good mechanic.
It is, yeah. That reminds me of, I'm sure that I've talked about this game before, but every once in a while I'll go and I'll play some Pokemon fan games just for fun. Sometimes they're legitimately good.
I've heard that about you.
What was that?
I said I've heard that about you.
And sometimes they're not. But one of them is called Pokemon Survival Island, and the mechanic is you don't have a Pokedex, so you don't know what the Pokemon are when you're fighting them. You can't see their level or their HP or anything.
Whoa!
Like you can recognize them by sight. Like if you know what a Weedle looks like, you can tell like, oh, it's a Weedle.
Sure.
But you don't get any of that info until you catch the Pokemon. And I thought that was really cool because you have no idea what the level is. So you could accidentally stumble into an area where everything is like 10 levels above me, and you'll have no idea until you start fighting it.
Is there any other like survival elements? You gotta craft a torch.
You gotta craft like Pokeballs and potions and stuff.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
What is it?
awesome.
What is it like a derivative of?
It is its own. It might only be either original generation Pokemon or first 2 generation Pokemon. But the idea is that you're a Silphco employee and you found out some secret about Silphco, and so they crash your plane.
What?
Yeah, and you get to choose any basic Pokemon as your starter that you want. Because you're not it's not part of the game, so you're just a guy. And so you can just be like, I started with an Eevee, I started with a Horsey, I started with a...
Can you be like, I started with Alakazam?
No, because it's not a basic Pokemon.
Oh, I didn't hear the basic.
Oh, yeah. You can start... You can choose any unevolved Pokemon as your starter.
All right. I got like 30 minutes left.
Yeah. Before you leave or before?
Before like I need to like start packing up.
Do you want to do 30 minutes of this?
I mean, we might as well, right? It seems like we're probably getting close to some kind of something. There's like a castle.
I guess, yeah.
That's what Mario does, is he walks through places until he gets to a castle, so...
I guess that's true.
See? Look at this fucking guy!
You're right. If we had stopped there, we never would have seen this.
The great and powerful King Goomba.
Wait, so now this guy's a king too?
Right.
Of what? Just the cat? You can't just be the king of a castle.
King of the castle.
No, you can't just be king of a castle. You have to have more than that. This, by the way, it looks like a studio castle.
Right. This is a one-bedroom castle. Oh, jeez. Dude, how am I gonna beat this? I don't have any healing items, and I'm 6 HP. What is this business?
Oh shit, your thing is still applied to the blue guy.
That's cool.
Yeah. You might want to attack the blue guy with your stomping power. Oh no, you're out of flower power.
Oh! Never mind. Dang.
Alright, so he's got 7 HP now. Oh, you've got this in the bag. You still got 5 HP left.
I feel like there's like a timing element that I'm missing. Can you like... What? Oh, I got lucky. Can you like take your phone and like Google... I mean, or if you want, you can take the controller and I'll do it.
I would like to, yeah, you do it. I would like to try it on my own.
Okay.
I think it's A button, right?
I mean, I would assume. Paper Mario. Oh, fuck. Paper Mario. Timing? Timing attacks.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, Reddit question in Paper Mario for the N64. Are there timing attacks, or were those not introduced until later in the franchise? Okay, so it's just not a thing that's been introduced yet.
Okay,
like,
so we will
at some point we'll get an item that lets us do that.
Okay.
Which makes this the beginning of this even more boring.
Yes.
That's why.
Wow, level up. We're doing this or we're doing this?
I think we should do HP.
HP?
10 feels really low to me. I don't know.
But now we get all this FP. We can do our stomp more.
Hey,
that'll give us 3 times damage.
You do you, boo.
All right. FP.
I mean, we're probably not even playing much more of this, right?
Yeah, we get 20 minutes. What?
Cool! Victory!
What if Goombario started like taking credit? Like, I knew I could do it.
Or, I mean, he's supposed to idolize Mario, so what if it was actually Goombario doing everything and he just kept being like, way to go, Mario, you're the best. Ooh. What?
What's happening?
I don't know. Oh, Oh, yep, no, you don't want that.
I think
that's a bad switch to have.
Yeah, why even have
windows
that?
are falling off of it.
And why would you keep it outside? Like, keep that inside the castle, if anything.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally figured out the next thing to do.
I think you did.
We go across this bridge. Look how much smoother things run when I'm in control, Kyle.
Shut up. We should get to a save point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually this moment in an episode of the Goldbergs where one of the brothers he gets to the very end of the original Zelda on NES, and he gets up to get a camcorder to record it. Oh, how'd you do that?
I just press Z.
The kid gets up to grab his camcorder to record the end of the original Zelda. When he comes back, his brother just picks up the controller and hits A and does it on his own. He's like, dude, I've been playing that game for 6 months. He's like, yeah, well, I've been playing it for 6 seconds and I already beat the game, so it couldn't have been that hard.
All right, the game just saved. We're at a cutscene.
Did the game save?
The game just saved.
Oh, yeah, okay. We could finish the cutscene.
Yeah. Oh, man, not Toad Town.
Yeah,
I can't believe this!
I'd have to go compare this to Mario RPG, but now that I think about it, it would make sense that the game made by Square is the better RPG, right?
Right.
Though this game looks so much better than Mario RPG.
But that's not Square's fault.
Well, I
think it happened a long time ago.
I think it is a little bit because instead of doing 2D sprites on the Super Nintendo game, they did that horrible pre-rendered polygonal thing where everyone looked like a weird wax figure.
That's fair, I guess. But that shit looked good at the time.
Yeah, I know.
It just
but
ages
I think these sprites still look good now.
Right, well, because
you could
pictures don't age poorly, right?
Yeah,
3D
you could do
does.
something like this on the Super Nintendo, though.
Right, but they didn't know it was going to age poorly.
I know.
It's not their fault.
I'm just saying.
The story and dialogue are very boring. What?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Wait, I think we just figured out when this game gets good.
We're the coolest of cool. Oh, these are bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that they were like, we're secret heroes.
No.
Pshaw. Get real, King Bowser. He was a total Wimpola.
I just think it's funny that they're clearly the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Oh, man, can you imagine some kind of game starring these characters and, like, each one has their own abilities? It could be some kind of co-op game.
That would be great.
What a missed opportunity.
I know. They can put the hurt on Mario in seconds flat. Sell it, Koopa Bros.
I think this got brought up in the Bombcast or something at some point, but I think there's a character later on in Mario RPG on the SNES that is called, like, Washi, and it's like a attitudinal Yoshi. He's got, like, a mohawk and sunglasses.
What is this secret attack they're doing?
Oh!
This is... Oh! They just impressed Bowser.
Bowser just came.
This song is dope, too.
You know what? I'm going to call Bowser out on this. I think he is easily impressed. I think Bowser has low standards for impressiveness. He's still just kidnapping Princess Peach over and over.
All right, is that it? Are we done?
See if there's like a save point, but yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's too bad. I like I said, I played this on Virtual Console in the last couple years, and my takeaway from the beginning of the game was that it was boring, and I was hoping maybe if seeing it, you know, seeing it through these different eyes in this different context, if maybe
I forgot you got new eyes.
yeah.
Are those working, by the way?
You know what? They're fine, but they're like interference when it rains. Like they get staticky.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah.
When it rains?
I mean, they're first gen cybernetics, so
Yeah, good point.
you know they're working out the kinks.
This is a much bigger town.
Yeah.
What are you?
What
What are you?
the fuck? It's another king. Oh, it's like some hair or something.
No,
That-
this is a ghost.
All of this is wrong. Like this is hella sketchy. Like I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Is that like a pet Koopa?
I mean, talk to him.
And is that a leash or is that hair or what is that?
I think. Oh, it is hair. I thought it was a leash.
I also thought it was a leash.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, these are both trainees at the dojo.
Oh, the dojo?
The dojo. He's going to come back a very, very strong man.
Do you think their master is Goku?
Think if I hit it a few more times, it'll work.
Uh-huh.
Look at you with your
Yawning.
hair. Peach's castle flew away.
Oh man, female toads. What was that name?
Felicia?
Was it
Or Felissa?
Felicity? Felicity. There you go. Got it.
Felicity.
You know, like Felicity, but it's Felicity.
Oh, I thought it just said Felissa.
No, it said Felicity. Like T was like the last initial.
Oh, okay.
Check in that door. Maybe there's a save point. Or maybe it's through the pipe. I don't know.
How do you check those? Oh.
You know, like if your name was Felissa Turner, but then there was like a Felissa Michaels, you would be like, I'm Felissa T. That's
I'm
Felissa
Felissa
M.
I don't know if there's a save block in here.
Go down the pipe.
All right.
Go down that pipe. Look at him go. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's What? Huh? Huh?
Man, Luigi is sad.
Luigi fucking would just sit at home and wait for Mario to get back instead of like trying to find him.
This is bullshit. That's how you know that this game is Mario propaganda. Mario is clearly this is clearly happening from Mario's perspective, and the only thing he can think of his brother do, like his brother's probably out having fun with his friends, and he just like sitting there like when he thinks about his brother, he thinks about his brother sitting around thinking of him. This is some bullshit. Mario is the worst.
I love how much of a hard-on you have for Luigi. It doesn't even say Mario and Luigi on the house. It just says Mario.
Look at him like bouncing on his toes.
Ooh.
Because he's so excited to see his brother, according to Mario.
Ooh, that would have been a better name for the game.
What, according to Mario?
Yeah. Mushroom Life according to Mario. Wow, you know it's not a good sign for a game when we've been recording for way less time than I thought we had. I thought we had been going for like almost 2 hours, but we just hit 1 hour.
Oh my god. Well, that's
Paper Mario.
Where to save? Where to save at, my dude?
Probably in the house, if I had to guess. I mean, if you had a
save... Oh, you think Mario saves in his own house?
Yeah, if you had a save point, you keep it in your house. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Yeah, sleep. Yeah. That's great. I love that going to bed animation.
But there's no save there.
No. That's weird.
You get some mail later.
Oh god, do you think this is a Mario Life Simulator? Is this Shenmue, but with Mario? Shen Mario?
Shenmue.
There you go. Nailed it. Because I actually do want to save this just in case I ever want to come back to this game.
Well, it did just save before the cutscene.
I guess that's true. Go just talk to Luigi, see what he says.
He just says good luck.
Alright.
Did you see him say how unfair it was that Goombario got to go with Mario, but Luigi didn't?
No, I missed that.
He just said, "Oh, that's great, just great. You get to go on an exciting adventure with Mario."
Really?
How unfair. Yeah.
That's funny. Poor Luigi.
This is such bullshit Mario propaganda.
You don't think so?
I do think so.
Or you don't think that Luigi's just legitimately sad that his brother doesn't much care for him?
Well, I think that's the I think that Luigi does not like spending time with Mario. I think Mario is a shitty, self-involved brother. Here we go. Dare to save.
There we go. Cool.
I think every second Mario is gone is like a vacation for Luigi. He is sick of that motherfucker.
Oh, God. Yeah. All right, well,
always telling him what to do, having to make dinner. You know, Mario's never once done his own laundry.
No. Well, I mean, how often do they do laundry? They just wear the same thing all the time.
Yeah, they have multiple pairs of the same clothes, but you still need to do the laundry. They're not wearing
they're
dirty
made
clothes.
Of paper,
they're heroes.
Though. They're made of paper.
It's dry cleaning.
Does paper sweat?
Yeah. I mean, but it gets dirt on it and stuff, too. You know, they're out there mucking about in the dirt.
Is there paper dirt?
Yeah. Paper gets dirty, Kyle. I don't know if you know.